The Pit Explained, Season 1, Episode 3, 9 a.m. The Pit continues in near real time at Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Hospital. Dr. Robby is 3 hours into his shift, starting with unfinished business. Medical student Whitaker is still performing CPR on Mr. Milton from the end of last episode. Charge nurse Dana Evans manages the floor, while senior residents Collins and Langdon oversee a team including Mel, McKay, medical students Javadi and Whitaker, and intern Santos. This hour brings a second fentanyl overdose, a nail gun to the chest, and the confirmation every parent dreads.
Last episode ended mid-code, Whitaker refusing to stop compressions on Mr. Milton, the gallstone patient who collapsed in the hallway. This hour, after 3 rounds of epinephrine and no rhythm, Robby calls it. Milton is declared dead.
And the debrief is brutal. Turns out Milton's abdominal pain wasn't gallstones at all. It was unstable angina from coronary artery disease. His cardiac risk score made discharge standard of care. Nobody could have caught it.
Whitaker's gutted. First patient death. Robby pulls him aside afterward and tells him, 150,000 people die every day. You got one of them, and you learn to live with it. Then admits he hasn't found that balance himself either.
Nobody has.
And the ER proves that immediately. A young woman named Jenna arrives unresponsive in her friend's car, pinpoint pupils, not breathing. McKay gives her Narcan, and for a terrible moment, nothing happens. Then she wakes up.
Exactly. Same fentanyl-laced Xanax that destroyed Nick Bradley last episode. Jenna took half a pill to help her sleep, first time ever, and nearly died from it. McKay tells her to warn everyone she knows about street drugs.
One kid lives, one doesn't. Same pill.
Nick's apnea test comes back. CO2 at 82, way above the threshold. His brainstem isn't triggering him to breathe. That doesn't heal.
What do you even say to parents hearing that? Robby offers one final imaging study, a cerebral perfusion scan, but tells them he can almost guarantee the result. Their only child, 18 years old.
But then the ER shows what it can do. A construction worker named Hank arrives with a framing nail shot into his chest near the heart, swearing nonstop, threatening Yelp reviews, demanding they just pull it out.
Collins coaches Javadi through her first intubation on Hank, and then he crashes, cardiac tamponade. Garcia cracks the chest open right there with Santos on suction, Robby quizzing her on technique. They pull the nail, repair the ventricle, ship him to the OR.
And a massive STEMI rolls in at the same time. Ed Gellin, 52, classic heart attack. Langdon and Mel race the door to balloon clock.
Both save back-to-back.
But Spencer keeps getting worse. Last episode, Robby intubated this elderly man against his own advance directive because the family threatened to sue. Now his blood pressure is dropping, lungs filling with fluid, every new intervention adding suffering.
Jeremy, the son, finally says what the doctors already know. Their father is never getting better. Robby explains that removing the breathing tube would let Spencer pass peacefully, maybe even recognize them one last time. Helen resists, then agrees.
The directive gets honored. 1 episode too late.
Robby also confronts Samira about her pace. 2 patients when she should have 4 as a third year. Tells her flat out, if she can't accept that mistakes are inevitable in emergency medicine, she should consider another specialty.
But is he wrong? The same thoroughness that correctly diagnosed Joyce's sickle cell crisis last episode is exactly what slows Samira down. She insists she belongs, and Robby pushes her forward.
Then grief explodes. John Bradley, Nick's father, overhears talk about Jenna's overdose, puts it together, and storms into her room, accusing her of killing his son. Jenna fires back that Nick gave the pills to her. Dana calls security as it erupts into chaos.
So on top of losing their son, these parents just learned he may have been the one sharing the drugs that killed him.
And then later in the hour, this really striking scene. The sister of a young veteran who died overnight asks Robby to read Dr. Abbott's condolence letter aloud. Abbott, that tense night shift rival from the premiere, turns out he's a fellow veteran himself.
The letter is genuinely compassionate, completely reframes him.
David Saunders still hasn't turned up, didn't show for school and can't be reached. McKay pushes Robby hard on it. hinting at her own history with violence against women, the closest we've gotten to her ankle monitor. Meanwhile, someone steals an ambulance from the parking lot.
Everyone in this ER is processing loss differently. Whitaker's learning to carry it. The Bradleys can't accept it. Spencer's family finally did. And David is still out there with a list of names.
Nick's final brain scan is pending. David Saunders is missing. McKay hinted at a history with violence.